Hello there and welcome back. I thought today I would create a quick tapping, EFT tapping video to share with you for when you want to do something creative. Maybe you want to write, maybe you want to paint, maybe something that you want to do, but you're feeling anxious about it. So I'm going to walk you through this practice really quickly. If you've never done tapping before, I think this will be a great introduction. Don't worry, you can't do it wrong. You can't mess it up. We're just going to be tapping on some different pressure points as I talk us through how we're feeling. So the key with tapping is that we start with saying how we are feeling in this moment instead of just going straight to affirmations and saying, oh, I feel great, I feel wonderful, everything's awesome. We are honest about how we're feeling, and then once we start to shift the energy, then we start saying more affirmation kind of language. So you can repeat out loud after me. You can repeat quietly in your head. You can say your own things if what I am saying is not quite what is aligning for you. And I will say the different points that we're tapping on. Generally, I just use like 2 fingers and I tap lightly. You can do on one side or the other side. You can do both at the same time, just whatever feels right to you. So don't get in your head about like, I'm not sure how to do this. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Just try it and see how you feel. So the important thing before we start is to kind of notice how strongly are you feeling this feeling. Are you feeling very anxious? On a scale of 1 to 10, are you feeling like I'm so anxious, like I can't actually sit down and get myself to do the thing I want to do? Or are you feeling, maybe a 3, a little bit lower? Just take a moment to notice that. We're going to see how it changes by the end. And then it's time for us to actually get started. So let's take a deep breath and begin. So we start by tapping on the karate chop point of the hand. And if you hear crunching, it's just one of my cats eating. That's all that's happening there. So let's say here, even though I am feeling anxious, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm feeling anxious, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm feeling anxious, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now we'll start going through the regular sequence. So we're tapping first right above the eyebrow. I want to do this creative activity, but I'm feeling really anxious about it. Now we tap next to the eye. I might be feeling anxious because there's so much to do. My to-do list feels so full today. Tapping under the eye. I might be feeling anxious because I'm afraid what I create isn't going to be good enough. Tapping under the nose. Or maybe it's even just about choosing which task to work on, because there's so much that I want to do. Tapping under the lip. And I have this feeling like I don't want to do the thing, I just want to have it be done already. Tapping just under the collarbone. The feeling is like, if only this massive to-do list of mine could just be finished, then I would feel better. Then I could relax. We're tapping under the arm. Not sure if you can see that there. It makes it hard to even enjoy the process when I'm so focused on the output. Tap on the head. I just have all this like buzzing energy. And that doesn't align well with sitting down and getting in the zone. Eyebrow. If only I could actually relax, actually take a breath. Side of the eye, if only I could enjoy the process instead of just wanting it to be over. Under the eye. If only I could not worry so much about whether the thing I'm creating is good, but I could just have fun creating it. Under the nose. I think I can remember a time when creating felt like that. Under the lip. Maybe it was recent, or maybe that hasn't happened since I was a child. Collarbone. But I'd like to get back there. Under the arm. I will just interject here to say that I'm feeling a shift, so we're moving into the positive language. We're not tapping for 30 minutes today, we're just keeping it quick. Anyway, under the arm. Why can't I have that today? There is no reason. Top of the head. I can make the choice, in fact, to let go of any attachment to how good the thing I create today needs to be. Eyebrow. I can let go of my unrealistic expectations of how much I'm going to do today. Side of the eye. And maybe I can look at this task in a different light. Under the eye. Maybe I can look at it in terms of how can I make this feel light and fun? Under the nose. What's one thing that I can do to bring a lighter energy to this task? Under the lip. And maybe I already know what it is. Maybe it's music or a nice beverage, comfier clothes, changing into them. Collarbone. Maybe it's really changing it up. Maybe instead of writing, for example, I will try dictating. I will go for a walk and dictate my writing into my phone. Under the arm. Or maybe instead of the story I was planning to write, the picture I was planning to draw, I'll just try something completely different that feels fun. Top of the head. Even if it's just for 5 minutes. Can I have fun for 5 minutes? Eyebrow. And of course the answer is yes. Of course I can. Of course I can give myself that time, that permission. Side of the eye. And whenever I start to feel overwhelmed again, I can come back here. Under the eye. I can take a breath. I can take a minute and I can recenter myself. Under the nose. This place, this safety is always available to me. We're going to stop there. Not even going to keep going because that felt complete. So take another deep breath. And notice how you're feeling now. If you're feeling lighter, then that's great. And I think you're ready to go into your creative task. If you're not quite there yet, keep going, keep tapping. Let your own intuition speak and see what comes through for you. And if you enjoyed this, this is just a little teaser. I've created a free PDF that is all about creating your own creative cocoon, this safe space where you can feel regulated and grounded and do the creative things that you want to do. That is linked down in the description if you'd like to check it out. Again, it's completely free. And if you're not subscribed, make sure that you do, because I'll be putting more things like this out on this channel. So thanks for watching and see you next time.